Clarksonville is a district located in central Jamaica in the parish of St. Anne. With its lush vegetation, it is typical of the districts of the Garden Parish of St. Anne. Clarksonville, because of its location, 1 mile from the frequently flooded Cave Valley, services its neighboring districts, Cedar Valley, Camel's Land, Abuka, to name a few, with its school, Clarksonville Allage, post office, bank, the People's Cooperative, and church, the Clarksonville Baptist Church, the oldest in the area. Relatively slow in development, the area has seen worse days. New homes and stores are popping up all over the place. But the real backbone of any society does not lie in the new homes and businesses, but in educating our youths. For many years up to 1964, Clarksonville Primary School was located here in the basement of the Clarksonville Baptist Church. During this time and for some period after, the administration of the school was the responsibility of the church's executive body. In 1962, the Ministry of Education secured this piece of property, and erection of the new school, Clarksonville Allage, began. Years later, the new school was completed, providing the much-needed space, facilities, and atmosphere for its students. But as the years pass, the condition of the school deteriorates. We spoke to some of its teachers, parents, and students in regards to this matter.
Where we are from and where we are going. We have with us one of the best, the most rigid patriarch of our Jamaican society here, Miss Victoria Johnson, known by many, if not all. Miss Johnson has played a leading role in this community for quite a long time, and I think she will elaborate on her experiences, what has been done. She has a broad idea and experience of the area, so I think we'll get it all from her. Ms. Johnson. Firstly, I would like you to just give me a history of the school, the Clarksonville School, as you remember.
Okay, the Clarksonville School, the present Clarksonville School, was built in 1965. That's the present one, the one that we are in now. Now, it was formerly across the road at the Baptist Church, and it was on the downstairs that now houses the basic school. On the 4th of April 1965, it was moved into this building under the headmastership of O.A. Malcolm. He stayed here for quite a while, although he was retired. Anyhow, he decided to complete his retirement, and not only the retirement, but his days in the classroom. And so when he left, one guy Lemonius took over, and that was in 1969. That was the year when I came here, and along with Mr. Lemonius, Mrs. Lemonius, and myself, we worked as a team. Ever since Mr. Lemonius took over as principal, the school has been undergoing quite a number of changes. And not only changes, I think we have excelled in various areas. One of the areas is that of the festival area. Festival in the light of music and culinary arts. We have excelled in so many of the areas of music, especially the folk. And we have been successful in that. We have had several gold medals and silver medals because we had the stuff here to work with. That's the children. And they highlighted the school and they really set the school on the map. When it comes to culinary arts, we really excel. And as a home economic teacher, we really never had a building as such, but we did a project. And so ever since we have been doing the project, we have entered culinary arts and we have been achieving success in the areas of silver medals and gold medals. Personally, I tried my hand at culinary arts, and I have always been successful in getting gold medals as individual and also silver medals, special awards, etc. Apart from that, we continued and we made various functions. We were able to procure a piano, and that also helped us. From time to time, various teachers joined the staff, and we had really good relationship. So it happened that Mr. Lemonius had to leave for university. Mrs. Lemonius was here as the head, and so we still continued to do very, very well. During the years of Mr. Lemonius, Mrs. Hike joined the staff, and we continued to do very, very well, excelling in all the former areas. We did much more. We went further afield. After spending 4 years here, Mr. Lemonius had to leave, and he's now at Rice. Mrs. Hike took over the saddle, and so Mrs. Hike did a very good job. She stayed until the school was advertised, and T.P. Walters came on the scene, and he also, along with his wife, Mrs. Hike, myself, and other members of staff, we continued to hold the school in high esteem because the community looked forward to us, and we really showed them that we could do with their children what they really wanted. We have had several successes. Scholarship, that's a common entrance. We have had the overage, that's a technical, and we have had grade 9 achievement tests. And quite a number of students have excelled in these areas. Some of the students went to Homewood, some went to York Castle, some have been to Knox, some have been as far as Fern Court. And they have done very, very well. And those that are still going to those schools are still doing very, very well. As time went on, Mr. Walters had to leave because he migrated. And Mrs. Hike took over the reins. So we continued as a team doing all that we thought good for the school. At the moment, Mrs. Hike is on leave, and I am in this hot seat, in the post of responsibility, and we are still doing very, very well. We have had, over the years, we have had international runners on this rugged terrain that you see there. We have had 2 students going to Miami. They have competed with 12 schools and they have come out victorious. Those same students, they went to Vertec and they are out now on their own, doing very, very well. Since then we continued this sort of athletic sports, and schools have been craving for those students that we train here. At the moment, there are several at Ferncourt. There are also several at Garvin Massio in Clarendon, and we also have at Beertech. There is one at St. Jago at the moment. We have students that are still doing very well at St. Hilda's in Brownstown and also at York Castle. I must make special mention of Mary Folks who has been doing very, very well at the moment. There's also another student who has been doing very well after leaving school. She is now at the exchange, the telephone exchange in St. Anne's Bay. So you see, in spite of the hardship of Clarksonville, we are still trying to keep the children, or to highlight the children and to keep the school going. At the moment, there is quite there's quite some needy areas that we would really like to, we would really like to have something so that we could just shape those areas, just furnish them.
Just here, you have seen a lot. You have seen people come, you have seen people go, you have seen things happening. Could you compare at maybe 5-year intervals, like 69, 75 up the line, so we can see whether we have a upward or a downward drift in the general discipline, the tendency of the people, the society as a whole, just our small community and the school?
No, although times have changed, I think the education system actually remains the same, Actually remains the same. Well, we could have gotten a lot more from the students of the past within the 70s because they had a will to learn. They knew where they were going and they knew what they wanted, and so they buckled down and they tried their very best. We got the backing from most of those parents. As a matter of fact, you could see the relationship between the school and the parents, because whatever we did here was reinforced by the parents. And in my opinion, I realized that those parents wanted the children to achieve. They wouldn't want to see their earnings go down the drain. Nowadays, people have changed. For what reason, I don't know. And the reinforcing of what we teach at school is not wholly done at home, because you can see it. There is a downward drag in the discipline. And although we are trying to correct it, there is something that is wrong. Where? I can't tell.
Does that drift there, does it affect your attendance compared with the past as to now?
In a small measure, it does. But what it does, it takes more out of you to teach these children. There's a strain. You're more tired when you get home, and although you are trying to push whatever across, you have to keep reinforcing on another teaching scale. Once, you would only have to teach and then reinforce. Now you have to teach, reinforce, and in the reinforcing, you teach again.
Staff here, there is supposed to be a PTA group. What is their response towards all they are doing? How do they help out? And on a whole, what is their general attitude toward the institution and the part that it plays in the community?
Oh, I think I have a very good PTA. They back me a whole lot, and more so the president. The president is really a tower of strength, Mr. Barry Watt.
I see. We have noticed that there is quite a bit of disrepair to the entire building and fixtures, furniture. Could you elaborate what has been done over the years to replacement, repairs, painting of the building, and the part that the community plays?
What I want to tell you is that ever since I'm here, nothing, no repair has been done by the Ministry of Education. And it's because of this why this present deterioration is like this. You see, in my opinion, if they would have come from time to time, examine the building, and then do the little that was to be done, then what would have happened is it wouldn't have gone to this stage. For instance, the windows. We have been trying, and we are still trying to see what we can do. But when it comes to the PTA, I think they are appreciative, with the exception. You know, in everything there are exceptions. And I know that the parents are very, very appreciative of what we are doing. Quite a number of them have been holding up our hands. Even the other day when there was an SOS went out for repair of the benches, quite a number of them responded by sending in boards and things like that. So our benches, we are, you know, fairly comfortable students. You mentioned something about the painting of the building. Well, I think twice within my era, the ministry painted the building. But the last painting was done by citizens and teachers. Because we made some effort, we got some monies, we bought the paint. Reverend Hall helped us, and a few parents came in, some cooked, while the others painted. And that is why you see the building as it is now.
Okay, what about your staff? Accommodation for the staff. Are they comfortable? Are they happy? Or do they just have to do with what they have?
They have to do with what they have, you know. I can tell you that the staff room was vandalized, or it was fairly well furnished through efforts of our own, but it was vandalized, and we are just trying to replace a few of the things that have been taken out, and the members of staff could have done with a lot more.
Do you think that your accommodations for the students and for the staff has anything to do with your exam results as they are now? And could you give us a rundown on your statistics, like maybe over a 3-year period?
What I want to say is that, first of all, when it comes to being comfortable and learning, if people are not comfortable, then they can't learn. And maybe that is one of the setbacks, because in some of the areas, in some of the classes, the students are not comfortably seated. And that could have really spoken for some of the setback in the results. Now, if I should mention coming down like a 3-year period, we have had 17, 23, 25 going off to high schools and secondary schools. We have had 6s and 7s and 8s in the common entrance result. Now, what has also happened is that the ministry does not, or cannot, I must say, cater for more than a set number within a set school, in my estimation. It's like the spacing is a problem in the ministry. So we just have to make do with what they say. But I know that we have had very good students who have, from time to time, failed to gain a place, For what reason, I don't know. I don't know if when they get to the examination there's a breakdown somewhere. But we just have to be satisfied with whatever we happen to get.
Okay, during my time, down in the late 60s, early 70s, the passes for here used to be a 1 and a 2 and a 3, right? Now things seem to be an upward trend, and as you get in the 20s, that is an overall. Okay, do you think the community on a whole has anything to do with this, as you have passed through this community for, I would say, the better part of your life?
The better part of my life.
So could you tell us about the community and the role it plays within the school and the effects upon the children?
Well, what I have to say is that there are many members of the community who have certainly encouraged the students from time to time. If they see them tend to be late, they try to hurry them on. If they see that there's a breaking down anywhere, they'll try to see them, they'll talk to them. The PTA president, Mr. Cross, Brighty Cross, would try to do anything to let them come, and there are other interested parents who would say, run on, look, teacher is trying to help you, and you must try to help yourself. So the encouragement that the students have been getting tend to assist them from time to time.
Earlier on you had mentioned about vandalism. What could be the cause of this? Because everybody seems to have something to say about what do you say would contribute mostly to the youths destroying what made them what they are and what they will be?
Let me tell you something. It is kind of hard to say that. But let me tell you what happens. It's you have friends and you don't know the nature of your friends. And your friends would come in, you would bring in your friends. That is in my estimation. You bring in your friends. And the friends let you down. And this is how I see it. Now, when it comes to villagers, it's not all the villagers are here. You know, some have warped minds. And that has a lot to do with it. And you can't know them. Now, if you knew them, then something could have been done about it. But there are people who are quite secretive. And there are others who do know, and they won't talk. It's like, it's as if, I mean, if you talk, I'm going to hurt you.
Well, at least it really lifted my spirit a moment ago to know that the vandalism is not being done by who are here, but mainly by outsiders. What would you suggest the community on a whole to do to control such problems?
Well, there's hardly anything that a community can do, you know. It's only that you have to seek out your friends and you know them. And you keep a watchful eye. Now, this is what is actually happening at the moment. Now, we had a very, very good citizen who has migrated, and I miss him with all my heart, and that is Mr. Walters. What's his name? Walters? No, I can't remember. He's from in deeper Cedar Valley. That's Walters. He has migrated now.
Cecil Walters.
Cecil Walters, that's the person. And I was a very vigilant citizen. Taking into consideration that the ministry is not able to give us a watchman. Because they say, when I've been to them, you have to get a watchman to watch a watchman. Now, seeing that is the reason, there are many alert citizens. And especially nowadays, they are trying their very best to keep an open eye on strangers that enter the village so that the school is kept intact.
Okay, what do you think past students who have left, many people who have migrated, could do for the school and the community? Do you have any suggestions?
Oh yes, there is such a need in the school, you know. And these past students, once they are able to do anything, we would highly appreciate it. We need benches, we need blackboards, and although the lighting system is not what we really want it to be, But if they could let us or help us to have some more of those electrical gadgets. For instance, I have a guest techna here that is out of commission. It needs a mighty lot of repair. Now, this would have made it more possible for children to be able to read question papers, associate them or have them acquainted with written work, individual work, instead of the blackboard. You know, each child gets a sheet of paper, he knows he has to do an individual work. Now, if we could get that. Now, our typewriter is out of commission likewise. And what we have there is an electrical typewriter. But I wouldn't mind if we could get an ordinary portable typewriter so that we would be able to, because we have people here who type. Miss McDonald, Mrs. Facey, you know, Marie does it too. So we could have done much better here, especially with the scholarship, and know what they are asking of us in the scholarship. So the past students can do much to help. You would think of our television, that is not in service anymore. So there are so many things that we need.
Okay, if the past students would, are decided, mainly those abroad, have decided that they would offer assistance, how would they get in touch with you? What are your, the ways of getting in touch with you? By address or who should they contact? What are your contact points?
Well, our chairman, as a matter of fact, the board members and myself. Reverend Hall is there. Mr. Case, who is the chairman, Reverend Hall is a member of the board. Myself, or the PTA president. As a matter of fact, you could address it to me, whatever, address it to me, and then for Clarksonville School. If you are sending a package, you know, address it to the principal and quote my name, or the acting principal, whatever it is, and you quote my name. And then we should be able to get it. That's the one I'm holding. It's the District Association, Teachers District Association Parish Trophy. That was presented to Clarksonville School. Clarksonville School had the overall best runner for girl and best runner for boy, and so Clarksonville was awarded this that I'm holding. Now, these trophies were donated to the school. A past teacher, Lynette Burrell, donated one for the school sports. And so this is the Lynette Burrell Trophy. This is from the Casey's family, and that's for the house sports. So whenever there is the house sports, the house comprises, the houses are 4 in number. They are Gordon, Garvey, Sam Sharp, and Nanny. And so here they are. Whenever there is sports for the houses, between the houses, then these are awarded, apart from cakes. Well, those were also given for the overall spelling championship, one for the school, overall parish, and overall girls spelling championship. And so those are the cups that were given at Spelling Bee. Now, this trophy I'm holding here, it was gained just 2 weeks ago at the science exhibition in Mandeville. This
from just having a PTA meeting, has any effort been put out to get the parents and the teachers together in a more not formal, in a more informal setting?
Well, that would take in other activities and so on. Well, we generally, quite a few of the teachers live around here, so the parents know them. So you have to say, because you can even, something is happening to a child, you can even go and relate to the parent and so on. So you would have to say an informal relationship is being built there.
Okay. Are there any type of activities in the community that one gets to meet another person of a community, or is it just from the field to work to maybe market?
Well, I would say that there's hardly any recreational area in the community. So people do not exercise their skills properly.
Okay, to give me a proper picture, could you describe like a week as you observe it? You can choose any week. I prefer not the very bad week because now and then you'll have a bad week. I do not prefer the very good week either.
Well,
An average.
the week consists of first church, then school, and back to home, school, church. You don't have any activities, you don't have any areas in the community where if you would want to spend a little leisure, you can go and sit down and relax. It's just school, home, church, and that's what it is all about.
It therefore means that the entire community has one set routine that everybody goes by.
I would say so.
Could you give me your views on the youth in the area, preferably the young men?
Well, in every area you have good and you have bad. You have quite a few young men who have left from here and other schools and have gone to high schools and have made well of their time. And you also have those who have even gone to high school and have wasted their time. Some, they just go to primary school and that's it. And there's hardly any job situation where they can get themselves involved. So most time they loiter along the road. They don't have anything to do and they don't do farming.
So the youth do not want to do farming. Could you, Mrs. Shetty, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Campbell.
Could you know our purpose here already?
Yes.
Okay. Could you tell us how long you have been teaching at Clarksonville School? You know your roots is really in Cedar Valley. Clarksonville is a part of Cedar Valley. Also, most of you are we intertwined amongst our fellow brethren. How long have you been teaching at Clarksonville?
Well, I've been teaching here just for 6 years now.
Just for 6 years. That is quite a while. For me, I don't know if I could say 6 years. Okay, how do you find working here?
Well, it's quite all right, you know, the kids give trouble at times, but, you know, a teacher has to have a lot of patience and, you know, to work along with the children.
What prompted you to come back in this area?
Well, I think that having been a part of this community, if I have something in me that the Lord puts there to share, I think I should share with my community first. And I really wanted to help the children in my community and also wanted to help the people in my community.
So after internship, did you return here immediately?
Well, no. I really should have come back because the principal sent to tell me that a job was here for me, but you know, I just wanted an experience outside, you know, so I stayed for about 4 or 5 years after internship, then I came back here.
And how long do you think you will remain here under present conditions, if nothing changes?
Well, I can't decide that right now.
Does that mean that you don't have any intention of leaving right now?
No, not for now. I don't think so.
Okay, could you give me an idea of what you think of the area of Clarksonville, Cedar Valley, as a community and the people?
Well, I think the people in the community could have been doing much more for the school, you know, because quite often the school has been vandalized. The things that have been put there, you know, I think it's people mainly from the community who have broken the school very often and taken the things away. And as it is now, the government says it has no money to put back the things that have been stolen, you know, like this staff room here right where we are now. We had a few chairs in here and, you know, I think it was just last year that they vandalized the place and took them away. So these, you see, we are sitting on they were put back there by the school. So I think if the people in the community could get together
and raise some funds, then there are a lot of things we could do for the school.
What would you say is the most contributing factor to all this vandalism?
Well, I think that the people are not responsible enough, the people in the community, and they don't really know how to take care of the things. And if they care that much about their children, I think they would learn to take care of the things in the school, because the children suffer when they take away the things in here.
Have you done anything on your own to get like the people of the area interested in the community and the school?
Well, not on my own, but recently we have started a past students association to see if we can get the people of the community to be involved in the school. I think we have a far way to go, but I think many of them have shown interest in turning out in the first meeting. And I think the meeting coming up this Friday, I think it will be much better.
These past students, are they from this area, or have you contacted people that have left the area and have lived somewhere, successful people?
Well, we have been trying to do that, and Miss Wilson, she has been sending out newsletters. You hear it on the radio, get the news on the radio about it, so I think it is being spread all over the place. And we'd be very happy if the past students like those abroad and so could give as much help as they can.
I noticed this area there's not much thing going on. Could you, I've not been here for quite some while, and I would like to get an idea of what happens like within a week, between just a complete week, Sunday to Sunday. Could you describe like a week in your life, an average week?
Well, I just go to school and then go to church, and if I have business to do, like in Brownstown or Mandeville, I'll go. Well, there's not much around here to do, you know, because we have no social life around this place, so, you know, the community doesn't have anything to enjoy of such.
Are you satisfied with that?
Well, no. I think we could have a community center or something where you can get the people in the community to be involved, you know. You know, all of us interacting, getting to know one another, then I think a community center would serve us real good.
Have anything been done, like to have a community group apart from your old students group now? Something that involves the entire community, that can bring the people together on maybe a weekly or a fortnightly basis, so you can put your views together and come to solutions?
Well, no, we don't have anything of that sort right now, but we are trying to put everything into the Past Student Association.
I think the government, along with what the little organizations that we're forming down here, have to put together and do something for them, get them to do. Maybe have up some more community centers where they can go in and do work. Like right now, I think there's somewhere in the States where they're just going for baskets. And maybe we having a community center doing baskets, you'll be able to ship these abroad and they'll be able to get their money or whatever to carry their livelihood.
Apart from governmental assistance, do you think you have the resources here that if people, maybe abroad, decide to give you assistance, do you think you could manage on your own?
Well, like, not me really managing my own, but like we have...
When I say you, I mean the people in general.
Yes, we could, because I'm quite sure that like with the Past Students Association that is now in the air, we'll be able to do a lot from that.
What about those people who are past students who are not in Jamaica? Have you ever tried contacting any of them?
Okay, yes, we have the principal and other people from the area. We have spoken to many of these past students and they are willing to be a part of the group.
What is the response so far? I mean, in them assisting you, whether morally, maybe financially, or whatever?
We only started this Past Students Association since March 11. That's a week or so ago. And the response that we got so far was very good and I think genuine as well. So we have planned to have our monthly meetings on the last Friday in every month. And Friday coming the 25th will be another meeting of the association that begins at 5:30. At this meeting we are hoping now to have our executive body elected and the other officers elected.
Okay, if you had a chance to go abroad and you made it big, what do you think you could do for Cape Valley, Clarksonville, Cedar Valley, because you are much a part of these three communities?
I would help in the development of the community. If someone is here or a group is carrying on some meaningful activities that the community would benefit from, I would say I'll give them my financial assistance and support them morally as well.
What do you say the area is lacking? Like in development, what is short in the area? What do you see that the area needs now?
Right now, I think this area needs some real good parents. And when I say real good parents, I mean, you know, parents with backbone who stand for good discipline. You know?
That means that we are short on leaders in the area.
Right.
People to set example. What part do you play in that section there, the leadership role?
Well, I'm trying. I'm leader for many of the clubs going on, you know, or that church and school in general. And I'm even working with a set of backwards, you may say, students and young people in the Anderson Town area, you know. Well, I try to help as much.
Okay, always pleasant and nice looking. Could you just give me a brief rundown on your experience since you're here? How long you have been at Clarksonville School?
Well, I have been here for the past 6 years. This is my 7th year. I've really enjoyed working here. I love the children very much and the teachers. We have a very good rapport going. And I really enjoyed it here. We've had successes and failures. We have not been having a lot of salary to back that up, but yet I still enjoy my work here in Clarksonville.
What's your relationship with the community as a whole? Parents and past students?
Well, if you should say relationship, I'm having a good relationship with most people, but then when it comes to like the school situation, I find that the parents around this community at least, they are very supportive of ventures that are put on by the school. And so in that case, like for example, the children who are here, they don't really come and find out really how the children are really going on in school. And that gets me very upset sometimes.
Okay, how long do you think you will remain working in this area? If it is the Lord's will?
Well, I love how you rightly said the Lord's will, because if you should say tomorrow I should leave, I will leave tomorrow. So, but if it is not His will that I leave, I just continue to work here because I'm enjoying it.
Okay, thank you very much for your comments.
Mr.
Miss, quite a pleasant young lady here. I do not know the name. I've seen the face maybe twice. What's your name?
Mrs. Donna Reed.
Mrs. Donna Reed. How long have you been here?
Near 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. You just started out.
Yeah, I started on the 4th of January.
Do you live in the community of Clarksonville?
No, I live in Spalding.
Live in Spalding. And you travel every day?
Every day.
How do you view your students?
In my class?
Yes, and in the school.
Well, I love the students in my class. We get on very well. Although, you know, they have the few who, you know, they behave bad at times, but I still like them.
On a general note, what do you think of their future perspectives? How do you think they will be for ladies and gentlemen of tomorrow?
The school on a whole?
Yeah.
Well, if they change their attitude and their behavior, I think they will make it. But as long as they have the attitude they have now, then to me, I think they're doomed.
Do you think they will change?
Yeah, some of them will change, but there's some that I don't think they will change.
Do you have any suggestions as to their change? Something that may permit their changing, or something you can do to help them?
Well, I'm doing my best, and I think that the parents should help us too, because teachers cannot do all of the work. You know, we need the support of the parents, and I think that would help the parents help encourage the children.
There were second general elections. Now, you can see the area now as it is. What are the changes, the positive changes in the area right now? Look back over the years to 1983 and then look to now and tell us what do you see exactly?
Well, in comparison to the former years of, in comparison to what has been doing now and what, the state of the community now, might be a few changes, and it might be worse or it might be a bit better. But suppose you should compare that like the school where we usually go and all those things. You know, it in a rundown situation. It is actually in a decreasing standard, because when you take, for instance, the structure and all that, it is quite not good. It's not good to the former years when we have like students who usually take care of their community, but now you have reckless people and all those things. So it is a bit downgraded, but
why the youths keep on tearing down the school and why nothing is done about it? Like everybody is involved. Could you stress on that?
Well, it is hard to know why the people in the area try to bring down the standard of their school, where the kids and all those things get education. But one thing is that I believe that many of those who ruin the structure and the furniture of the school, they really don't know the value and the cost of the things that is in the school and that is made up of the school. So it's like they therefore, try to break it down and not to build it up. But in the future, we are hoping that things will change, as we are hoping to introduce a past students association, which will help to bring up back the standard of the school.
Okay, that is very good. Why isn't there a community group in this area, like a youth club, to get the youth together? Because the way I see it is like everybody's going different way, because there's not any concentrated effort to get the people moving in that direction. Is there nobody here that can take over the responsibility of like a community group?
Well, as far as I am looking now, it's like I don't really see any such responsible person to stand and to, perform or to carry such a duty. So it's like, this area really needs a club where people can go and expose their talents and all those things, and it would help. But it is very hard to find someone who can really, take up this task and to progress on with it.
Okay, you have how much kids here now? 3? What do you think about their learning? What do you think about the school building, the furniture and a whole?
Well, for the staff, it's not bad. For the building, it is very run down. It needs some repairing, a lot of repairing and things like that.
And do you think anybody could assist in that area apart from the government, seeing that they are saying they don't have any funds?
The community.
Are you a part of the PTA team?
Yeah.
Has this been discussed in the association? Anything been done as it?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge. When is the next meeting? Like how often do you have meetings?
Every 3 months.
Every 3
quarter,
months.
every quarter.
Do you think that's a long time for a community like this?
They're planning to have it more often than that.
Okay. Has the group tried in any way to contact people who are abroad to assist in the upgrading of the school?
The principal did said she would try, but I don't know if she got through.
Okay, all right. Any other comments you'd like to make on the area and the school in particular?
What I would say that the school needs some improvement and it's on the community, but when we go to parent-teachers meeting, the majority of the parents do not turn out, and at all times it's just one set of parents turning out, and it's just that one set of parents will always have to be doing something for the school, and the others won't turn up and they do nothing for the school. So we would like to see more parents turn out at parent-teachers meeting and have something more to say then.
Okay.
Well, since I'm here, I believe the school is doing well because, you know, they got a lot of passes in the common entrance and even the technical and in the sports, you know, they have a lot.
Well.
Yeah, they are doing well. And spelling bee, because last year I think they won the champion.
The parish championship.
Right. So I think they're doing well there, the
So,
education.
what we are saying that, do you think they could do better if they were given the assistance, that the school have better facilities?
Yes,
They would do much better.
They would do much better.
Okay, and you think that with the help of people abroad,
yes.
they would lessen the shock of the government and the PTA?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for your time and effort.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Oral board.
And what class are you in?
Grade 7.
And you?
I'm Janine Lawrence and I'm in grade 7.
Where do you live, Janine?
I live at K Valley.
You live at Cape Valley. Why do you come to school in Clarksonville when you could go to Andersontown or Indiantown?
Well, my grandmother just liked to let me come up here because that's where her children have passed through and they have get good teaching.
Okay, so where are those children now?
One of them is in Homewood Technical. 3 of them is in Canada. One of my brother, along with one of my brother, and one of my other brother is in Kingston. My auntie is in K Valley along with me, and my grandmother and my uncle.
That's very good. How do you like Clarksonville School?
All right, everything seems to be right.
What about your teachers? Do you like them?
Yes, they are intelligent.
They are
A
intelligent.
nice teacher.
I see. What about your principal?
My principal,
Yeah.
well, I love her so much. She's a very nice teacher.
What about your classroom? Is it okay in here? Are you comfortable?
Yes, I'm comfortable, but sometimes the windows, when the rain is falling and it blows in, and to have a cold after, keep away from the corner in which the window is.
And that would affect your studies?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir. What about you? What class are you in?
Grade 7.
You're in grade 7. What is your teacher's name?
Miss Brown.
Miss Brown. Do you like Miss Brown very much?
Yes.
Any reason why you like her especially?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Because she teach me all right every time.
Okay, how do you do in your lessons? Are you doing okay?
Yes, sir.
What is your ambition?
Become a police.
To become a police?
Yes.
Are you working hard at your exams?
Yes, sir.
What would you say affects you most in studying or in the classroom?
Mathematics.
No, what affects you? What troubles you so that maybe you don't learn sometime?
Sometimes we are sitting down, the roof is leaking.
The roof leaking?
Yes.
And that affects you very much?
Yes, sir.
What do you think should be done about that?
They should fix the zinc, sir.
They should fix it. Who do you think is responsible for fixing that?
Ministry of Education.
What about your parents, people in the area? Do you think they have a responsibility also to help fix it?
Yes, sir.
Because fixing a roof is not a bad job.
No, sir.
Do you think you would encourage your parents to come out and help fix the school?
Yes, sir.
What about, do you have people abroad?
Yes, sir.
Would you send and tell them to try and help in the school out here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I wish you would do that.
Yeah.
What lesson do you like best in school?
English.
English. And what is your ambition? What would you like to be
My
when you grow
ambition
up?
is to become a doctor.
To become a doctor. Are you studying hard at that?
Yes, sir.
How old are you now?
The 2nd of August coming, I will be 13.
I'm not ashamed of my roots. I love my people, especially the girls, how they walk and talk. I love the girls, how they hold their man. I'm not ashamed of my roots. I'm not ashamed of my roots. 'Cause when you go to a foreign land, the people, they just don't understand. Especially when we try to speak, they look so surprised. They said, hey, you got an accent. Oh yeah, you got an accent. I'm not ashamed of my roots. I'm not ashamed of my roots. I'm not ashamed of my roots. I'm not ashamed. Oh no. We are only part of the world, and we are proud to be a Jamaican.